Take a look at this. It's a $20 bill. What'd you do, hit a number?
You gave me $20 when you picked up your cleaning just now, and I gave you $18 change.
Well, I remember, so what?
So my $18 was good. This 20 is counterfeit.
What? The $20 bill I gave you was perfectly good currency of the realm. That was printed on 100% U.S. government realm.
A day in the life of Mr. Andrew Jackson.
Andrew Jackson. I realized that it's the paper. Cash rules. Andrew Jackson.
A day in the life of Mr. Andrew Jackson.
Andrew Jackson. I realized that it's the money. Dollar bill, yo.
I was rolling down the block, just me and my man. Hustling type of cat, keeps me in his plans. He ran the block and damn near the whole street. Ran into this nigga that exposed the heat. Then he ran, acting all weak but cold feet. Then blam! He was bleeding on the concrete. I folded under pressure, face down in the street. Then the killer gave me dap and smiled at me. Then tucked his burner, so together we fled the murder. I guess he figured rolling with me, he'd get further. I was like, word up, this cat squeezes Glocks kinda thorough. So I led him to the weed spot. There was a secret knock, they wouldn't let him in. Once they seen that I was with him, they turned to gentlemen. He wanted medicine, so they gave him some haze. And once they made their exchange, we parted our ways. So I stayed for a minute while these niggas just blazed. Freestyled a wild and played video games. And then who came but the weed man's dame? Not even 5 minutes and began to complain. Talk about she needed change to get her cuticles right. She was a beautiful sight but still the usual type. Talking mad trash, but when she saw me she paused. Needless to say, I got up in them drawers. So I left with her, but she fell in love fast. And she'd do anything for me, even give up that ass. Said I was all she wanted, but she had no class. Plus I had a feeling she was smoking that crack. And then, believe it or not, shorty hit the block. I was just an escort for her to pick up some rocks. She had me up in a knot, pale and green with disgust. This ain't the type of life I need, and God I trust. A day in the life of Mr. Andrew Jackson.
Andrew Jackson. I realized that it's the paper. Cash rules. Andrew Jackson.
A day in the life of Mr. Andrew Jackson.
Andrew Jackson. I realized that it's the money. Dollar bill, yo.
Now I'm hanging with this thug cat, sort of a young buck, crack peddler that's forever pressing his luck, collecting them bucks. But the cops was setting them up. They pulled me to the side, I testified, the evidence stuck. Eventually what happened, I was back in the streets. Jake's even hooked me up with this old prostitute freak, a straight whore G, acting all horny since she saw me in the strip club, rubbing her ass and tits on me. Talking about she wants me, but she makes me sick, cause I just watched her suck all these dirty cops' dicks. But I still left with her to bounce from 5-0. Can't believe I'm chillin' with this 12-timing hoe. And who was at the hotel? The brother Fly Joe, an old school pimp that practiced Tae-Bo. He beat her down to a bloody mess on the floor. I guess she tried to keep this rendezvous in the low. I just kinda smirked, I guess he liked how I think, cause he gave me mad love and put me in his mink. Looking in the mirror while fixing a drink, saying I ain't no joke and my shit don't stink. He wanted me to roll, I thought it was time to smoke, but he was more into doing lines of coke. He took a snort, started to choke, fell over and stopped moving. I just laid there curled up from all that shit running through me. A day in the life of Mr. Andrew Jackson.
Andrew Jackson. I realized that it's the paper. Cash rules.
A day in the life of Mr. Andrew Jackson.
Andrew Jackson. I realized that it's the money. Dollar bill, yo. Andrew Jackson.